Currently, I am transitioning from a child to an adult, and I want that transition to be almost as seamless as possible. Every step of the way, I fall into a hiccup, whether it be I'm unsatisfied, I'm having hard times materializing what I'm envisioning for my life. But to make it easier, I have been trying to eliminate as much stress and as much of these roadblocks and road bumps as possible. I've already cleaned my room and cleaned my house 3 times. I've done a whole decluttering video for my clothes, and one of the biggest, most immense reasons as to why I feel stressed is because of my books. I wouldn't say I have the biggest library out there. I do one day want to have an extensive, curated list of library books for me to read, and it's just been my goal ever since I was a little girl, because I like reading, to have just a beautiful library. I don't have the room for that. Sadly, I don't, but I do have a lot of books, and I do think I need to go through them. I'm in a point in time in my life where I can acknowledge that I might have too many books, and I need to declutter a couple of them. The first step in this process is going to be going through my bookshelves as they are and picking books that I don't want to read anymore, I know I'm not gonna like, and books that I have no interest in reading and I just got them because I thought I was gonna read them. Let's do that right now. I'll show you the bookshelves that I have. The first bookshelf that I have here, I have a couple of romances. These are books that I'm currently, I'm started reading more romances. I think those might be realistic fiction. Random stuff. Back here is actually LGBT. Ooh, money! Back here is LGBT books, actually. Christmas books, children's books on both ends over here. I have a whole bunch of books on the floor in my pile of clothes that I'm donating and keeping. I got these books recently. I'm not getting rid of those, obviously. And then back here we have more books right there. This entire thing from the printer over here is also books besides these 2 shelves right here. And then if we go this way, there's more books. And this also holds books because there's supposed to be bookshelves right there and there's supposed to be bookshelves right there. Alas, there is not. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, also peep the new lights. They're much better. I can actually see now. It does kind of feel a little bit sterile, but it's okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and take everything off my bookshelves that I know I don't want, and we'll go through what I'm decluttering. Sit down with you guys and tell you what I'm getting rid of. First things I'm getting rid of are these. Actually, I think I am gonna keep these. Never mind, I lied. LOL. These I do actually like. I do read these over and over again. First thing I'm gonna get rid of is Confessions of the First Daughter. Basically, she's the president of the United States' daughter, and she ends up becoming the president of the United States. It's a child romance book, and I just don't care about it. I don't really like romance like that. Same with Better Off Friends. I don't even know what this book is about, so I'm getting rid of it. This is Primetime, The Life of Edward R. Murrow. The book is old, and I'm never gonna read this, to be realistic, so. The next 2 are about college. It's 5 Mistakes You Can't Afford to Make in College, and A Guide to Effective Studying and Learning. I just don't care. Danielle Steele's Daddy. I don't know what it's about, but it's an old book, and I just don't think I'm gonna like it. Then we have Lucia and Tony's Wife. They're by the same author. I don't know what they're about. I'm pretty sure I just picked them up because I went all the way to the free library, and I was gonna feel really bad if I didn't grab something because there's nothing there that I liked, so I'm gonna get rid of those two. We have a couple of kids books. We have How to Steal a Dog. I just don't care about this. The Nutcracker, again, don't care. Crenshaw, I started reading this and I just did not like it, so it's going. Halfway Home, it's an old book. I got this because I started reading it and I didn't even like it. I picked up a different book at the library and chose that one over this, but I ended up bringing this one home because it was free. So Beautiful Day, I don't care about romance. Out of My Mind, I've had it for 4 years. I'm not gonna read it. Summer Before Boys and Ugly, again, I've had these for super long and I don't plan on reading them either. So our Christmas books, I don't really read Christmas books. Sugar and Spice, it's an old book. It's by Fern Michaels. I do sometimes like Fern Michaels, but I just think I'm not gonna like this one. Door to Door Quilts and the respective 5 other books in the series. I don't know where the other one is. These are all the ones I'm getting rid of. I also have a couple that I picked up before I started this video, and it was actually the catalyst to make me want to do this video. I'll show those to you right now. Fern Michaels book, I just don't care. Fern Michaels is apparently written in multiple different genres. I don't care about it. Earl Connor's Find Me, it's a thriller, don't care about it. Wonder, I don't need 2 copies of Wonder. This one's actually going in the trash because it is so broken up. So. And lastly, Jane Ann Rand's Grand Passion. I've had this book since I was in 5th grade. I'm about to graduate. I don't need this book. I started reading it. I sort of liked it. I think if I want to read it again, I'm just going to find it on audiobook or ebook and decide if I like it, and if I like it, I'll repurchase it. Okay, the next thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move all my books off of the shelves and onto the floor, and then I'm going to organize them. Minus the ones that I'm keeping there because those are the only place that they fit. Those ones will be staying there. I think we should just go ahead and speed through the process of organizing them, and then I'll show you what I come up with. From this side to this side because you can't really see over here. 5-star books, red books, plus the Glass Castle, plus Cersei. Right here is thrillers and horror I finished. Young adult and teen romances, literary fiction, poetry, romance, cookbooks. This is my to be read pile that I have, like the ones that I really want to read. Graphic novels and mangas, poetry, adult romance. Everything over here is unread. Oh, I started reading this book. Can't see, but right here is nonfiction, self-help books. Over there is books I have started reading. I think these are thrillers. This is mystery right here. Realistic fiction, nonfiction, lit fic, medical journals, fantasy, and dystopian. And this back here is just random stuff. Now let's do the fun part and put everything back on the shelves. That one doesn't. Okay, I wanted to go through what I have done so far. So up here right next to my trumpet, I do have a lot of the realistic fiction books. Will of Thunder, Hear Me Cry. Now this one isn't separated into category of like whether I've read it or not. Like these two on top I haven't read. There's a couple at the bottom I haven't read, and some in the middle I have read. Moving on, down here we have my young adult romance. I would consider this like more like romance featuring teens, and then this romance featuring adults, because I think all of these are considered young adult. But we have the ones I've read over here, the ones I haven't read for teen romance, the ones I haven't read, and the ones I've read for adult romance or young adult. Down here I believe is another more realistic fiction, and that goes all the way to like right here. I think this is a memoir, but these two I think are memoirs, but I haven't read them yet, so I'm just gonna leave them. And then from about right here all the way back is fantasy and dystopian. These over here, obviously we have The Hobbit. Back here specifically from like right here to right here is all children's fiction regarding fantasy and romance. So here we have the memoirs I have finished. Moving down here, we have my favorite books of all time, Gorilla Dawn, The War That Saved My Life, The War I Finally Won. These two down here, I did really enjoy them. I wouldn't say Circe is my favorite all time, and Call Me By Your Name, I do want to give a reread, but I want to one day have my own category for LGBT books that I have finished and Greek mythology. So when I get more books of that genre, those two genres, I will be incorporating them into different shelves, but for now they're right there. Down here we have horror and thriller, and also Holly Jackson. The Holly Jackson Good Girls Guide to Murder series is the only series down here that I have not finished. Everything else I have finished, and I did actually enjoy like most of these books. I think all of them I enjoyed. This is more in respects to teen literary fiction. So we have Girl in Pieces, Restart, Goth Girl, Complicit, even though I would argue that Goth Girl might be a romance because it is based on a romance series, but I didn't really like it for the romance. I liked it for the mental health aspects. So all of this is literary fiction. Down here I have my journals. These are like writing journals for when I'm like writing stuff, and then over here actual like thought-provoking journals and a keyboard. I don't know why that's there. I'm gonna move to this one real quickly. These are just my spiral notebooks, just there because I like to go back in them and look at them, and I actually do have to go through those and get rid of the ones I'm not reading anymore, or I'm not writing it anymore. Over here we have the books that I am excited to read. So we have like Wonder, Well We're Black Girl, The Great Gatsby's in here too. And then down here it's the same thing. Oh, I found it! I found A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, guys. It's back there. Most of these books I have already started reading, so that's nice as well. I actually forgot to show you guys this one. Down here we have mangas and graphic novels. Over here we have cookbooks and my Kindles because I have a lot of them. Over here I think this is realistic fiction too, something like that. I actually think I want to move this one over into the closet. Up here we have self-help books, thriller that I haven't read, LGBT books I haven't read, and my nice statue. I think also realistic fiction, and that's it. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. If you have any video recommendations, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye!